Welcome to the Outlet's Best of 3 broadcast with your hosts Depot and RP. Rallian's currently pursuing his dreams as a lumberjack in the Alpine Mountains. But today, we have a special guest with us. It's going to be Packard, a.k.a. the Phantom of the Opera, a.k.a. the Manila Folder, a.k.a. the Man on Fire, a.k.a. the Man of 1,000 Faces, Mr. 3.95, Josh Packard. Everybody, welcome to the show. I want to hear why we should listen to you, Packard, or why in God's name would you even say something like that?
Hey, man, you can honestly be wrong at any point in time. I mean, this guy's proved me wrong this year so far, but I mean, nothing's wrong with Trubisky after that last game, bro. We got to figure out what he's doing going forward.
I see that, but the thing is, the only reason why he's doing so well is because now he has a vital piece in his defense. Khalil Mack, which pretty much means he's going to get the ball. It's inevitable, man. He's going to get the ball more than he did last year. I mean, I don't see them making the playoffs this year, but they're definitely.
Dude, they're winning the NFC North. Let me tell you now.
Oh, Jesus! I mean, another hot take.
They got weapons on offense. They got Trey Burton. I mean,
Allen Robinson. Yeah,
Taylor Gabriel's been getting the ball. Tyreek Cohen. That guy honestly has been putting up a lot more than Jordan Howard has. I mean,
I was about to say we even got Howard as well, but I mean, Cohen's still young. It's his second year, I think, in their second or third year in the league, I believe. He's a special team necessity, but he's also in the background every once in a while.
They're going to be using him like a poor man's Tyreek Hill.
Wow. Well, you're saying Cohen is a poor man's Tyreek Hill. Let me write that down. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. They're trying to use him like that.
Oh man, I'm gonna quote you on that here in a couple days. Here, poor man's Tyreek.
Not nearly as dynamic, but he's Matt Nagy's poor man's.
That's definitely a hot take.
He's a very poor man's Tyreek Hill.
Predictions in this week's games. Of course, we saw on Thursday. I don't know why I put money on the Giants. For some reason, I thought Eli would not throw it away on the first drive. Or the first play. But it was I had 3-1 odds, so I'm not mad about it. Shut up. Anyways, next, Bucks at Falcons. Packard, what are we thinking?
I'm thinking Jameis comes back strong. He's not played all year except for that one game 2 weeks ago, right before the bye, and he did a lot better than
Do you think
tragic?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like James Winston, he throws more interceptions, though. He's the one that's throwing the ball to Deshaun Jackson for 80 yards or Mike Evans for 60 yards on a slant. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's always trying to give it the ball more. I don't know. There's something about him that's inconsistent, especially with him not starting starting the season off due to his suspension. But, I mean, I think I'm going to take the Falcons on this just because – you got Tevin Coleman in the backfield starting. I like him as a running back. And also, you can't just –
I like him more than Devontae Freeman.
Well, he's always hurt, dude. He's always hurt. And then, I mean, you got Julio Jones. And, I mean, the defense is inconsistent, but I think the points are up there with the offensive scheme. What about you, RP?
Give me a second. I am looking up the line because I need
the line for that.
The line, yeah.
I think they have Falcons by, I think it's like 3-5, maybe.
Falcons by 3.
Yeah, 3-5.
I'm gonna go Falcons because the Buccaneers are absolutely.
I think they're gonna cover. Yeah, I think they're gonna cover, especially.
They're tragic. I mean, Falcons by field goal. That's kind of a pick-em line.
The Bucs are shaky, especially in defense as well.
Yeah, I'll take Falcons -3.
All right. Yeah, next one. I have the Browns. It's at Browns versus Chargers. For some reason, I think Baker Mayfield is – I'm not saying he's the answer for their franchise. I'm just saying that the way he's been playing lately and outplaying Tyrod Taylor, which I think anybody can. I think I could throw better with my left arm. But I feel like Tyrod Taylor is always not – like he's always either hurt or he reminds me of like a Brody Croyle. Like he was a name for a little bit. And then all of a sudden he just fell off. I don't think we're going to see Tyrod again. I think they're going to cut him.
I think they'll cut him at the end of the year, but honestly, I see him getting a starting gig somewhere as a transition guy.
Yeah.
Like where? Who the hell wants Tyrod Taylor?
They
gave him the weapons. They have young weapons.
He's going on to place.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that even though the Chargers are really hot right now, I just feel like they will fall off like they usually do. They start off slow, then they pick up some speed, and then they'll fall down the hill.
They've been banged up so far, dude. I mean, half of their secondary.
Is Bosa even starting? Or is he hurt?
I think so.
Okay. I mean, that defense is nice. I mean, you got Keenan Allen, which is a God-given talent, and then you got Phillip Rivers, who has the freaking catapult to launch that.
You say God-given talent. He's a wasted talent.
Oh, why are you saying Phillip's a waste of talent?
No, not Phillip. Keenan Allen.
Oh, Keenan, how's he? He's top.
Because
top
he's on the Chargers.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know, dude.
And here's the line right now. The line, according to ESPN, is 1 point.
1 point for the Chargers or the Browns?
Browns.
Oh, wow.
I still think you take the.
See, I told you. I didn't even know that. I didn't even look that one up.
Chargers.
Money line on that. I wouldn't try to do the cover. That's just a really sketchy game.
Yeah, Chargers.
Especially the way that the Browns have been playing and the Chargers, but the consistency of the Chargers.
Hey, let's get real. It's going into overtime like every other Brown.
God.
Yeah,
Good
like
call.
almost all the Browns games this year have gone to OT, and they're like 2 minutes away from a tie each time.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see where they cracked open? They had like a fridge full of beer for their first win, I guess. Yeah. And one of them, I can only imagine how that was. Yeah, that's what we got is Colts at Jets. I mean, I don't want to go over that one. I feel like Jets are gonna win, but Andrew Luck's gonna have some ass points. He always does, bro. On that last Thursday, Thursday night against the Patriots, bro, they were down like 20 points, and then Andrew Luck had the trash points at the end and ended up getting like 35.
I feel bad for Andrew Luck and Jacoby Brissett because they're wasted talents in India.
Jacoby Brissett is awful. He did go to Stanford, but that's just because the kid's smart doesn't mean he can play. Yeah, he did.
Brissett went to NC State, dude. Look it up.
Oh, you're right. Who am I thinking of?
How are we overlooking the fact that T.Y. Hilton is the most underrated receiver?
Overrated, dude. When was the last time T.Y. Hilton had a good game? This year. Last year,
he plays for the Colts.
He had Brissett throwing it. He had Brissett throwing it to him for like 10 points, maybe for a good game. And Jack Doyle is the reason why T.Y. is doing so horrible too.
He's their only option, man. I mean, Dante Moncrief was undervalued there, so he left for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Dante Moncrief played for Jacksonville until I watched the Chiefs game last week.
Last week. Yeah, I didn't either. I thought he played. Wait, Moncrief plays for the Colts or the Jags?
He plays for the Jags.
Oh, I thought he played for the Colts. Didn't Moncrief play for the Colts?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, last year.
I thought so. Well, yeah, I'm gonna take the Jets on that one. I would just take money line. That's just I don't know.
On the Jets on that.
RP.
I'm just gonna be the contrarian.
Stop acting like it's a hot take, dude. Just pick one. It's not a hard game.
I'm just gonna take the Colts money line.
All right. Seahawks at Raiders. I got the Seahawks. That's just a given. That's easy. That's probably one of the easiest ones there.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the Raiders for a little bit. I love how everyone talks about Derek Carr being the truth. He had one good season, and all of a sudden, he gets hurt. Then they have the backup in. Then they say he's going to go back to the playoffs with a new coach for over $100 million contract. Best linebacker in the game leaves, and then y'all are going to still act like you have any sort of chance in the playoffs. Del Rio was not a bad coach. He was not a bad coach. He
was a terrible coach, dude.
He was not a terrible coach.
Was he a good coach?
He was a terrible coach. He was a terrible coach on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Came to the Raiders, and he did so. I mean, it's not his fault. Derek Carr got hurt before the playoffs started.
He had that one good season with the Raiders, and you're expecting him to be a good coach? No.
I'm not saying he's like an Andy Reid. I'm saying he's a decent coach. Like I'm not saying he's the Detroit Lions coach. You know, come on.
Jim Caldwell's better, and I think Jim Caldwell's trash.
He's bad, dude.
Yeah, he's real bad.
Especially he doesn't know what to do. He's just a stick to going back to the Patriots. Anyway,
either of them are just shit. They're all shit.
Oh, you're thinking Matt Patricia. Yeah, Matt Patricia, the defensive. He's the head coach of the Lions now. Yeah.
RP.
He's
just trash.
He's a good coach for the Lions. I mean,
that's Matt Patricia.
No, Matt Patricia. We're talking about Del Rio, the coach for the Raiders last year.
Oh, okay, he's shit.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, let's go back to Panthers at Redskins. I got Panthers all day. Alex Smith is garbage. The way he played last week was probably one of the worst I've ever seen since he played for us. He doesn't know how to throw it. All confidence is gone. There's no emotion in that dude. He's a freaking walking mannequin. It's 3rd and 20. Dump pass. Doesn't care. Just walks off the field. Alex Smith is the new Jay Cutler.
How are you gonna say that Alex Rio
Alex
is
Smith
shit?
I'm not with that.
Alex Smith is shit. Prove me otherwise.
So they have no offensive weapons besides Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson is so nice. Yeah, you're right. I can't even think of their wide receivers right now.
Adrian Peterson is literally just their guy who's going to rush normally. But, I mean, they have no wide receivers. They have Jordan Reed, who drops the ball half the time, and the other guy is injured.
I don't know why I drafted him thinking that he would do well. I mean, just Alex Smith and Kelsey were always they seem to have some sort of energy going. He doesn't fit that team.
Alex Smith is so safe to me. Like he is. What I'm saying is he's going to make those short throws. He doesn't have the vision that an elite quarterback has, but he can. Yeah. He can go out and do it. Which what I'm saying is he's not going to beat the Seahawks. Fuck no. But,
no, I don't. I think they have a 6-10 season ahead of them. I think they need. I think Des Bryant if went there, then maybe it would make it work out. But I don't think he'd go in the same division with the Cowboys.
But Alex Smith wouldn't throw to him anyway.
I called for at the beginning of the year because their wide receivers are so trash that they needed Dez.
Well, then I think that's why they brought Adrian Peterson on the team. Like, we have no weapons. We need to work on our running game. We have Alex Smith. We just signed Alex Smith to a huge contract. We don't have any money left for wide receivers. It's just stupid. It's not a great idea. I mean, you have a Josh Norman shutdown cornerback. They thought
Paul Richardson was the real deal. Paul Richardson wasn't even a number 1 in Seattle. Like. What are you thinking? Are you high?
All right. What do you RP? Any info you want to put in, or are you just taking Panthers over Redskins?
I'm taking Panthers all day.
Yeah, Panthers.
Panthers. McCaffrey is nasty. Cam Newton's looking nice. Needs to get the Devin Funches involved so I can get some fantasy football points. But I'm not complaining.
By the way, next is
what?
Do you want to acknowledge that I beat you in fantasy last week?
By like 3 points.
Eat a dick.
Whatever.
Hey, Depot, do you want
to
my God. I beat you last week?
Yeah, but yes, you had Cincinnati's defense.
Dude,
you had Cincinnati. Yeah, I had 150 or 160, bro.
No, you didn't. You had
Yes, I did. I will look that up right now, bro. 135. You put that on your mom.
Losing streaks.
No. 145 to 170. All right, so that's whatever. I was up 100 points at one time, and then all of a sudden Zach Ertz gets off, and they lose.
An all-white team.
Whatever. Anyways, we're gonna go to a game that we want to not go over as much either. Bills Texans. Shut up. Bills over Texans over Bills easily. Any day. Deshaun Watson's on fire. Fuller's on fire. DeAndre Hopkins, top 5 wide receiver in the league. Let's
not forget about Kiki Kute. He's put in 2 weeks, and he's been the top target over.
Do you love me? Fuller. Are you riding? Dude, he has to do that as a fantasy or at a fantasy as a touchdown dance. He needs to do the Kiki "Do you love me" dance. If that, I'm gonna put $20 on that 5-1 odds. He's gonna do the Kiki dance. Kiki dance Cootie.
Texans money line for sure, just because it's dumb.
I mean, I don't see it being like a Vikings-Bills game. I mean, I think that was just a hiccup for the Vikings.
Right.
That was awful. And talking about the Vikings, we got Cards at Vikings. I'm taking Vikings already. That's just a given.
Vikings, but I think Josh Rosen does well that game. I think he's going to put up.
He's going to find Fitzpatrick for once, one of the best overall Hall of Famers in the world ever.
You mean Larry Fitzgerald?
What did I say? I say Fitzpatrick. Oh God! No.
Yeah, no Ryan way. Fitzpatrick is gonna throw.
Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryan Fitzgerald. No, but I think Fitzgerald will have a nice game on that as well. So I definitely start him. And also Steele Jones. I see him getting a touchdown as well. He had 0 points last week. I think that's going to turn around a little bit. It's one of his favorite
I
targets.
see him getting about like 60 yards, but I do not see a touchdown in Ricky Seals-Jones' future.
Jesus. Even though it's not even really an upset in my mind, even though the Bengals are 4-1 and Seahawks are 2-1, I think that the AB is going to get off, and I think that Connor's going to have an overall really good game as usual. I'm going to take them at 10. I'm even going to take them at 7.5 covering. No?
I think the Steelers have a terrible defense. It's going to be an offensive showdown the whole way.
I've got them at.
I don't know about that. I feel like the Bengals shit their bed every single time they play the Steelers.
I've got them at 1.5 right now.
1.5?
Yeah,
oh, Lord.
I mean, if it comes down to Chris Boswell kicking it in, yeah, I think Bengals are winning.
No, okay, coming from a kicker, landed the kicker. I'm sorry, I got to tell you, Chris Boswell has the yips.
What's his name?
He's terrible this year.
Chris Boswell has the yips for sure. I'm gonna take. I don't even know. I'm gonna take the Steelers because Boswell has the yips, even though.
So you think it's gonna be a separation of field goals that wins it?
It is, and Boswell, like I said, has the yips. So, and
all right.
Once you have the yips, you've got the yips. So
I think it's gonna be a blowout. I just don't see the Bengals doing that well. Packard.
I think it's going to be pretty close, but I think the Steelers win by a touchdown.
Win by a touchdown. I'll put that down. All right, next we got Bears at Dolphins. That's an easy Bears. I think that the Dolphins aren't all what they were.
The Dolphins are not real.
Yeah, I think that was just a little spud of good luck, if you in layman's terms. I don't like any of their matchups.
No.
Tannehill's not the truth. He's just a kind of a fill-in. Like, it's just there,
They're drafting a quarterback next
year. Yeah. I
sure.
totally agree.
They have to.
Yeah, so I'm taking Bears on that one. I would even do 7.5 on that.
They should have kept Cutler.
They're gonna definitely cover 7.5.
No. Cutler's terrible.
Yeah, Cutler's god awful.
Cutler is
he's probably cleaning a pool somewhere right now, dude.
Cutler's my favorite person in the universe, not caring about a goddamn thing, with Christine Cavallari or whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is. Next up,
I actually got a switch video.
No, we gotta go real quick. We got 5 more. Come on. Rams at Broncos. Who we got? I got Rams easy.
Snow game.
Rams, yeah.
I'm gonna take 3-5.
Yeah, Rams easy. They're a snow game, but they've got it.
Easy. Ravens at Titans. I'm taking Ravens on this one, even though the Titans are at 1.5 right now. I just think the Titans are ass.
I think the Ravens are going to win.
Yeah, Ravens, I think they're the most slept on team, but I think people aren't going to take them as seriously because they did lose to the Browns last week.
I'm going to go contrarian to all this. I want to take the Titans.
And for why?
Because they are the most together team in all of the National Football League. I think they can pull it out.
I'll see how that works out for you. Jags at Cowboys. I'm taking Jags due to Cowboys' non-existent defense.
Jags.
Yeah, I'm doing. Especially with that loss last week. I think they want to get one in the W slot. 49ers at Packers. Inevitable. We'll see if Rodgers plays. I do have him on my starting lineup.
Even with Kaiser, I still say the Packers win.
I'd say Packers by 7.5. And the last but not least, Chiefs at Foxborough. I'm taking Chiefs at 3.5.
Offensive showdown, but honestly, if Houston's out, I mean, have they confirmed that?
Yeah, they have it. But I think
they have also
Ragland or Hitchens is going to take his spot. So it's going to be Ragland, Hitchens, D Ford, and
Frank Zombo.
And no, not Zombo. Zombo is awful. I forgot who the fourth one is.
I know.
He's
you gotta
awful.
think Duvernay Tardif is off.
Yeah, that dude from where's he from?
Montreal.
Villanova. That one dude from Villanova, Tapasagona or whatever.
Tapassanon.
Yeah.
Hutton's boyfriend.
Yeah, I think he's gonna definitely show up. I mean, the Tom Brady's just not what he used to be. I think he's a brittle, fragile little
He's had
thing.
he's
gonna get. I think he's gonna get injured at some point during this game. Our defensive
Our
line
run
is too
defense
big,
isn't that great. Like,
but we've got
I
some
think
big
James
kids on the
White,
line.
and I think here's the thing. I think James White, I think Sony Michel, and I think Josh Gordon are all going off this game. But I think Tyreek's going off, and I think Travis Kelce is. I don't think Gronk's showing up.
You don't think so?
He's okay. The point is,
Who has a better game? Who has a better game, Gronk or Kelce?
Kelce for sure. Right now, at least.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's
Gronk
2 years
hasn't been
ago,
that
yeah,
good.
maybe Gronk has the best game.
Well, then that's what we have for the agenda this week. Everybody, thank you for tuning into the Outlets Best of 3 broadcast. Packard, thank you for your input, even though we don't care. You have a good one, everybody. Peace.
Later.
Today has sucked, but